Hey guys, how's it going? I want to quickly discuss about pseudoseizures. Have you heard of them? First, let's define them, okay? Seizures and pseudoseizures. Seizures is when a patient is just having jerking movement of the arms and legs, or sometimes just focally. So real seizure activity that you can see. It is very distressing to the patient and the family, and it can put the patient in ICU also because it's a serious brain problem. And when you connect those patients at the time of the seizures to an electroencephalography, EEG, the brain activity, when you record it, you will see that there is just epileptic activity going on. Okay, and pseudoseizures is a mental health problem. Okay, there is no real seizure activity going on in the brain. So when you connect them to an EEG machine and then do the brainwave recording, you wouldn't find any epileptic activity. There's no real seizure, but they would manifest as a seizure because it's a mental health condition. And its other name is called the psychogenic non-epileptic seizures. And of course, even the pseudoseizures can be very distressing to the patient, to the patient's family. Good clinician quickly figure this out, that it's a pseudoseizure. During pseudoseizures, a lot of patients might be looking around, they might be interactive with you, which cannot happen in a real seizure. And similarly, in pseudoseizures, after the seizure, they don't really get very confused. They may actually stand up and start walking and all that. They may do that. But in real seizures, patients are super exhausted. They're really confused after the seizure activity. The best way to diagnose this would be to really have a video electroencephalography where, you're doing a brainwave recording, and if you're also doing a video recording to just correlate this and that, and then that way you can figure it out. In the past, they used to say you can do a blood prolactin level and all that, but those are not good tests. Pseudoseizure is a very interesting condition. Recently, when I was traveling, I found a patient just do this in Frankfurt airport. Suddenly, the patient just, laid down and was manifesting pseudoseizures, but then was interactive with all the people around. And I told them, when they called for a physician, I went and I said, this is pseudoseizure. But I was not excellently dressed at the time. So they didn't take what I said as a serious thing. And there's somebody else who was just better dressed, and they came and they said, oh, do yada, yada, yada. And they did everything that the other person said, but not what I said. That's when I learned that you got to be really well dressed when you really travel. Because if in case they ask for a physician, they're looking for somebody who is also dressed like a physician. Anyway, guys, it was interesting talking about pseudoseizure with you all today. Talk to you later. Goodbye.